Globalization. Globalization is the process of integration or interconnection between countries. Globalization allows free flow of trade, capital, and human resource across borders. Factors responsible for globalization. Rapid improvement in technology has been one of the major factors that has stimulated the globalization process. For example, in the last 50 years, the world has witnessed a major improvement in transportation technology. Due to this, goods can be transported throughout the world in a short period of time and at a lower cost. Development in telecommunications, computers, and internet has given a big boost to the process of globalization. Because of the modern facilities, it is very easy to access information instantly and to communicate from remote areas. Use of IT in globalization helps in communication across the world at negligible cost. Transfer of data and other information. Transfer of money across the countries. To link the market. To set up customer care centers. Liberalization. Liberalization of the economy means to free it from direct or physical controls imposed by the government. Government uses trade barriers to increase or decrease, regulate foreign trade, and to decide what kinds of goods and how much of each should come into the country. The Indian government, after 60 years of independence, had put many such barriers to foreign trade and foreign investment. This was considered necessary due to the following reasons. The main thrust of the government was to build basic industry like coal, steel, power, and petroleum. All these industries required huge investment, which was beyond the reach of private sector. So all these industries were developed under public sector. Government wanted to control basic industries because it was felt that the government control of critical industries would provide necessary resources to undertake development activities in different segments of the economy. The private sector was also allowed to establish industries and business enterprises, but was subject to controls and regulations that came in the form of laws. The main purpose behind the mixed economy strategy was to eliminate poverty, inequalities in the distribution of income and wealth, unemployment, and to achieve economic growth and social justice. The economic policy of restrictions and regulations failed to achieve its objectives. Laws that were formulated to regulate the private sector were said to be responsible for slow growth of industrial sector. There were many other problems like rising prices, shortage of capital, slow economic development, and technological backwardness, which forced the government to adopt a new economic policy of liberalization and globalization. So in 1991, it was decided to lift all the unwanted restrictions. For this, following steps were taken. All industries except for 3 industries were exempted from any kind of industrial licensing. Under the policy of liberalization, industries are free to expand and produce according to the need of the market. Now producers are free to import the machinery and raw material from abroad. Now the industry is also free to import modern technology from other countries. Privatization. Privatization means allowing the private sector to set up industries which were earlier reserved for the public sector. The following steps have been taken. The number of industries reserved for public sector has been reduced from 17 to just 3. Now, private sector can enter into core industries like iron and steel, electricity, transportation, communication, shipbuilding, etc. The process of disinvestment has been initiated by the government in respect of those public sector industries which have been running in loss. The private sector has been free from many restrictions such as licensing, permission to import raw materials, regulation of prices, and restriction on investment.